Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're talking fractions, and this time we are going to be using fraction strips to help us to compare fractions because fractions are kind of weird and sometimes they look like they'd be really small, but actually they're really big. So, anyway, let's have a look at our fraction strip tower. We've called these fraction bars. It's the same thing strips, bars, whatever. So, the very first thing you're going to do in this assignment is one, you're going to fill in the blanks on this fraction strip tower. So, what you're going to do is count the total amount of parts in each strip. So, excuse me, how many parts are in this total? There's one total. Remember, your total is your denominator, goes in the bottom. Then how many parts is this? Well, it's one. So your very first strip is 1/1, or one whole. The second one, it has two parts. So it's out of two, or halves, we could say. And this is just 1/2, and this is also 1/2. Cool. Okay. Down here, yeah, of course, there's 1, 2, 3. So that's my denominator. We're talking thirds. Cool. Yours is going to be a lot neater than mine. That's 1/3. That's 1/3. That's 1/3. And I'll do one more. I'll let you guys finish off the rest of them, but I'll do one more just for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is out of fourths. I can also call this quarters. Okay, so each one of these is out of 4. And of course, this is just 1/4, 1/4, one part out of 4. Cool. These are all fourths. Okay, so your job is to fill in the blanks on all of these, color it, make it look beautiful, because this is going to be a resource you're going to be using to help you in this assignment and later on. Okay. Anyhow, how the heck do I use these fraction strip towers to help me compare fractions? Well, if I said, hey, you've got 1/4 and you've got 1/3, you want the bigger of the two fractions. Which one would you choose? Well, just by looking at these numbers, you might be tempted to say, hey, I want 1/4. I want 1/4 because 4 is a bigger number. But we have to remember what fractions are actually telling us. We're saying it's one part out of 4 parts. And when we divide something more, we have more parts. Each part has to be smaller. So check this out. Let's compare. All right, my eraser doesn't want to work. That's okay. But anyway, let's compare. So take a look at 1/3. It goes this entire distance. Okay, so that's 1/3. Take a look at 1/4. It only goes this distance. So we can see that 1/3 is actually bigger than 1/4. And again, it's because when you have a bigger denominator, so let's say like 11, right? 1/11th. That means we have to split this one strip into 11 parts. It's going to look something like this. Right? These are not very big parts. It's not a lot. And again, if you think of it in terms of like a chocolate bar, and we're being selfish. I know I'm selfish when it comes to chocolate, right? If I've got a Kit Kat bar, do I want to share it with anyone? No, I want 1/1. I want that whole Kit Kat bar myself. But if I am with my friends, yeah, I better share. If I'm with just one friend, so there's two of us, cool, I'm splitting that chocolate bar in half, right? We each get 1/2. Awesome. But if I'm with 4 friends, I've got to split it 4 ways, right? That's less chocolate for me. So the bigger your denominator becomes, the smaller each of your pieces also become as well. Now, a cool little story here. McDonald's in the United States, in Canada too, they've got a 1/4 pound burger, a quarter pounder, they call it. So that's literally 1/4 of a pound. Okay, so it's a bigger burger, it's a bigger patty, and that's how they market it. And that's why people want to buy it. It's a nice big burger. Okay. But for a while in the States, they tried having a 1/3 or a third pound burger, thinking like, hey, people want bigger, they want more. This is literally more, right? 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. But because not a lot of people have a good understanding of fractions, which one did they choose? They chose 1/4, thinking it's bigger, just because they've got a 4 there. 4 is bigger than 3. They failed to understand the greater the number of your denominator, the smaller your pieces become. So instead of getting that nice big juicy 1/3 pound burger, they chose the wrong one. And McDonald's isn't offered anymore because people are really struggling with their fractions. So again, understand the smaller your denominator, the bigger your piece will become. And we can use our fraction strip tower as a visual to help us see this. So let's say they said, I don't know, 2/3 for 3/4. Which one's bigger? Okay. This one's kind of tricky because now our numerators are different. Well, let's go to 2/3 first. 2/3. Well, there's 1/3. There's 2/3. So that's pretty darn big. Okay. Now let's look at 3/4. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Ooh, okay. I can see that 3/4 is a bit bigger than 2/3. So if I was going for burgers and they offered a 3/4 pound burger, oh yeah, you betcha. That's what I'm ordering because I like burgers. Okay, so again, use this fraction strip tower to help you compare fractions. That way we can see which one is greater than and which one is less than. All right, have fun, guys. Happy comparing. See you later.